Oh, my goodness.
Across Britain, there's been a rise in extreme and specialist cleaners.
What is that? What is that?
Prepared to take on anything
That's horrific. I've never been sick on the job.
and everything.
Look what's in here! Oh, I feel sick.
From dead body cleanups and hoarders
It's to the ceiling.
to potentially toxic levels of bacteria.
This is about as bad as it gets.
Oh, my God.
Look at this. Wow.
Britain's extreme cleaners are on call 24 hours a day.
We are the 4th emergency service.
I have cleaned this place to an inch of its life.
Transforming homes
Wow.
and lives.
Oh my goodness.
It's more than just cleaning, it's caring.
I can't believe it.
My faith in human nature has gone up there.
When people are in need, we are their saviours.
It's time for Britain to call the cleaners. It costs pet owners over £870 million a year to clean up and repair damage caused by their animals. It's often a job for the extreme cleaners,
You know, I'm so hungry. I could eat a horse.
like Maxine and daughter Jasmine.
What's the equivalent to a horse for a vegetarian? I don't know. This will do for the time being, Jasmine, thank you.
Maxine started her business 12 years ago, and now she does over 300 cleaning jobs a year.
To be a good cleaner, you need to be understanding, caring, love your job, and put a bit of elbow grease into your work. That's it.
Today, they're at a 2-bedroom maisonette in Clacton-on-Sea.
Hear the dogs. Hello, hello. Hi, Alan. Pleasure meeting you, Alan.
My wife, Susan.
Hi, Susan.
Alan and Sue moved in 11 years ago and live with their 12 cats, 2 dogs, plus a rabbit and a budgie. They are well cared for, but the house has become somewhat neglected.
Alan, you've got so many pets. Is it tough to keep the whole house clean?
Well, it's an absolute nightmare. I mean, it gets on the floor, and how many times I've tried to pick it up, it still seems to be there.
No.
Pet fur can carry viruses, parasites and fungus, so it's vital that the house is regularly cleaned.
Hello, kitty.
As well as looking after the 16 animals, Alan's also a full-time carer for his wife, Sue.
She means the world to me. If I've got problems, she'll help me. But there's only so much she can do because she's disabled, and I'm her carer. I'm ashamed of the state I let the house get into. I'm finding it quite a struggle.
Not to worry. So we specialise in this, so we'll give you a hand. What room shall we look in first?
Right, I'll show you our kitchen now.
Oh.
There are hairs on there. Yeah. I think I caused a problem myself because I stroked the animals and then put my hand in there and pulled it out.
It's not just the fur that's the problem.
Ah, here's your wet room.
The house is also very disorganised.
Poor sod can't get in the shower now. This is what I call my little space, my man cave, you know, where when I want to be alone. This is the bedroom.
Okay, right, let's have a look. You've got lots of clothes in here, haven't you?
Yeah, too many clothes here.
Yeah. Where can we put the clothes so that you can get into your bed at night without having to chuck the stuff on the floor?
We've got 2 wardrobes, but they're upstairs and you just cannot get them down. Yeah, so this is what I call a scary room.
Oh, right.
What used to be the original storage room.
Wow!
There's the wardrobes you can see over the back there.
Oh, wow, that's a bit of a challenge. There is a lot here. I see flies flying around.
I know, it's quite out of control.
Well, we're here to help you, Alan.
Yeah.
Trying to help you organise your home.
Yeah.
Bring it back to a point where you're proud. Once again.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? The pride is gone.
It's hard to get rid of animal fur. We're going to have to just vacuum up as best we can. We'll try our hardest, that's all I can say.
Do you remember when we went to a job and she said she had 4 cats? They'd found 2, but they couldn't find the other 2. And it wasn't until we started clearing that we found one of them. It was dead.
The family member told us that he kept pets. When we went up into the flat, there was about 40 hamster cages, still with their food and
sawdust.
water and sawdust, with the cages open.
And we never found the hamsters.
We never found the hamsters.
The worst is when they've got animals and they've got cats and they don't let them out and they just let them poop in the tray and the tray overfills, then the poor cat needs to go somewhere else. That doesn't really need to happen, but we have to clean it all up. That's my, forgive the pun, pet hate, that one, absolutely.
It's estimated that only 5% of hoarders ever come to the attention of professionals. When they do, it's often the extreme cleaners who are called in, like sisters Yvonne and Angela.
I'll do my amazing raspberry gin cocktails.
Oh, yeah.
I feel a hangover coming on Sunday morning for a change.
They've been running their business for nearly 20 years and specialise in deep cleans.
Germs? We clean germs, don't we? We're not scared of germs, they're scared of us.
Today, they're in Stafford to meet an artist whose house is in need of attention.
Some little doggies here, I think. Hi. How are you doing?
Wenda lives in a 9-bedroomed house, but in spite of that, each of the rooms is now full to the brim, and the hoard is spilling over into every part of the house.
My God. Oh, my life, Wenda, what?
Wow.
What?
That's a lot of stuff.
Do you like snakes?
Is that alive?
Not in formaldehyde, no. I usually pickled them in vodka after that because I couldn't get formaldehyde anymore.
I'm petrified of snakes.
He'll be able to see out of his jar when we've cleaned it. Oh my God.
This is my bedroom. Oh, some people probably wouldn't like to have lots of things around them, but for me, I know they're there, so it makes me feel secure.
The problem has got so bad that she can no longer sleep in her own bedroom.
I'm going to now try and get round the door. So when was the last time you were actually slept in this room, Wenda?
Just before Christmas.
Just before Christmas, but you'd like to get back in this room?
Yes.
Let's do this.
This is the kitchen.
Okay.
I need organisation. You can organise my cupboards, you can organise whatever, as long as I know when I come back in there.
Where everything is.
Everything is, I'll be fine.
Okay.
Upstairs, Wenda used to have a room for her painting. But since the hoarding took hold, there just isn't the space.
This is supposed to be my art, come hobby room.
My goodness. Look at these pictures.
There's a lot in here,
yes.
Isn't there? Art to me is a way of escaping probably from reality. It just makes me feel happy.
I've never seen so much stuff in one room. One door I've just tried to open and we can't even get in. It's a hoarding to a whole bigger level than I've ever seen.
I'm not embarrassed, I'm ashamed of the way that place has become. Because I just can't deal with it. It's just overwhelming.
No way would she be able to do this on her own. No way.
Rubber gloves at the ready and crack on now. Get it done.
Yvonne and Angela plan to reclaim the bedroom for Wenda.
Look at this.
Get the kitchen into a usable state.
That's grim. Oh.
And clear her art room so she can paint again.
This looks important.
But they've been asked not to throw anything away without checking with Wenda first.
Yeah, that's a part of my collection.
You want to keep them, yeah?
Yeah.
And every item has a memory attached to it.
Oh, there's a glass that my mother brought back from Belgium at the end of the war. I really need to keep that because it's part of my mother's life as well as mine. I grew up with it.
We have been in homes where people hoard and they're really organised. Rooms are stacked, books in one corner, paperwork in a next.
Tell you what, she knows what's in these rooms.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
If we throw anything that she doesn't want throwing, she'll know.
Yeah, yeah.
Photos of paintings. These are some of the paintings I've done. So maybe I should keep some of them. I'll see what I can let go of without feeling sick.
The lady knows exactly what is in this room.
Somehow I don't think we're going to be filling this skip, because I think everything in there is going to be staying in there.
Up and down the UK, when people in crisis are struggling to cope, it is often the extreme cleaners who are called in to help. In Clacton-on-Sea, Jasmine and Mum Maxine
I'm gonna have to climb over and see if the wardrobe is rickety.
are on the second day of a 3-day clean, clearing out Alan and Sue's maisonette that they share with their family of 16 animals. Their plan is to tackle the animal mess downstairs before taking on the 2 tons of clutter upstairs.
Look at this! Wow, the war on the fur. We're okay, we're getting there. We mop, we clean, and then there's still more fur. Fur, under fur, under fur, under fur. Look! It's poo! Pooh! Poo galore. Ooh, even more poo, dried up poo.
The dog and cat poo hidden away under rubbish has also attracted an infestation of flies.
And this is fly poop. Look at that.
Houseflies carry diseases, and a female fly can lay about 2,000 eggs in a month.
You know, you see a clean surface, and it's like, wow.
Maxine and Jasmine have one more day to clear all of the clutter upstairs and free the wardrobe. And in Stafford, Yvonne and Angela
Anyone for a gherkin?
are on the final day of their job, Artie's house. Despite Wenda's initial reluctance, they've managed to fill the skip with 3 tons of rubbish.
Oh my God!
And at last they can start on the clean.
What is this? That's what smells in here.
I know what that is. The dog's been weeing up that bin.
That's going on while I clear it. There's actually dog faeces here as well. We just need to kill the smell while we're working in here.
That's gone.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
With the kitchen under control, they can turn their attention to the upstairs bedroom and art room.
What should we do with this?
Get lost.
Oh my God. It's black wee.
Don't.
Right. Oh my God, it stinks.
Put the lid up!
Oh, that's made my day.
That's horrific. I've never been sick on the job.
I've definitely urged a few times. Luckily, never been sick yet, which is a bonus, but yeah, definitely urged a few times over a couple of things.
Pub toilets in the morning, I actually went in, cleaned the toilet, was sick, and then cleaned the toilet again.
And so you should.
Oh, it was the worst hangover ever, and I had to go to work.
He lifted up the basin, and I've never seen anyone gag and run out of the apartment so quick.
I was gagging for about an hour outside, I tell you, and they were taking the mickey out of that one.
Always wear a mask.
Always wear a mask, believe me. That was a nasty one.
In Stafford, Yvonne and Angela are on the final push to get the house ready to show Wenda.
I'm apprehensive about seeing what they've done, but I'm also excited about seeing what they've done because it's like a miracle.
3 days ago, Wenda's house was choking under years of cluttered possessions and artwork. Now she gets to see the place clean for the first time in years.
Dare I come in?
You can.
Come on in, lovely lady.
Oh my God. I haven't seen the tops for how long? You have no idea what that means to me.
Oh,
to have it all organised that so I can deal with things.
Yeah.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I never thought it would look like a bedroom again.
Before, Wenda's art room was nothing more than a dumping ground.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Now it can be used for painting once more.
Incredible. I just can't tell you.
Oh, come here. Give us a hug. Come here.
I have no idea. I feel quite liberated and I have space to do what I want to do. Is an absolute joy. No one has any idea what that means to someone that wants to paint. I mean, it's just wonderful. You've made my day.
Yeah, you will. Bless you. Take care, sweetheart. Bye-bye, darling.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for everything.
You're welcome. To see her face, look at me, was just overwhelming. It really, really was. You forget all the hard work and the frustration yesterday. You forget that.
I think hoarders are quite misunderstood. They generally do have a problem. You know, it is something within inside them. I think it can be passed down from generation to generation. They just hold on to everything.
We've had quite a few cases of hoarders as well. They've been buying things through the post and on like the TV channels, and they sign up to them, and they obviously don't cancel them. And there's boxes and boxes of new shoes that's come through.
When we go to their houses and we see 1,000 bottles of shampoo, it is kind of like, why? Why 1,000 shampoos? One shampoo you need, maybe one in reserve.
In Clacton-on-Sea, Maxine and Jasmine
Look at this.
are cleaning a 2-bedroom maisonette filled with 11 years' worth of animal fur.
Jasmine, have a look. This is a house of fur.
I didn't even see that. Wow.
Oh. We take off their fur, and then there's dirt underneath the fur.
The fur has been ridiculous. I've never done a clean with this much fur. Never.
This is a challenge and a half, I tell you. Animals, grease, animals. Yeah, animals.
It's been 3 days of hard work, scrubbing away fly poo and clearing out nearly 2 tons of clutter from the upstairs bedroom.
Man cave, finito.
3 days ago, the house was covered in animal hair, pet poo and clutter. Now it's a cosy home for Alan, Sue and their pets. And with all the clutter removed from upstairs, they can now get to their wardrobe for the first time in years.
I've not been able to stop thinking, what's happening, what's it going to be like. My stomach is turning over, my heart rate is beating, and I'm just so excited. Hello. Hi, honey.
Welcome home.
Home? Are you sure they're home? Look at this. Oh, fantastic.
No fur.
I love it.
Oh, good. Go and have a look.
Oh, my lord.
What do you think of this?
Wow, it's a bathroom.
Yeah.
It is going to make a big difference. I'm already feeling better. It felt like the whole house was on my shoulders and it was weighing me down. And it might be, you've saved my life.
Oh, Alan.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh, my God. Wow.
There you go, look.
Wardrobes.
Wardrobes.
We're
You
stuffing
can
them.
fold it. Yeah.
Hey.
These are the clothes that were on your bed. Look, you got loads of shelf space here.
I'm speechless. There are not enough words to be able to thank you. It's hard to believe it. This is done.
It was a challenge. It was a big challenge for us. It certainly was. This is a new chapter for you, isn't it?
There it is, yeah. I can finally start again and get myself back to the way I was and start being happy. You're a friend for life now.
Oh, Alan, thank you so much. It's a clean. It's just a clean. But then to Alan, it's not just a clean. It's giving him his life back. He can now see a way forward, I guess. I'm happy. I'm happy that they're happy. I really am.
It's like I've jumped back into a past and walked into a house pretty much the way it was, all clean and shiny and fresh and smelling lovely and no clutter. It's just like a whole new life has come around for me, and I don't want it to ever change back to the way I had it before.
Next time, Maxine and Jasmine take on a flat that hasn't had a deep clean in almost 20 years. And Yvonne and Angela have a hard time persuading a hoarder to part with his clutter.
Are you keeping your aquarium?
I'm going to put plastic crocodile in there.
Sheridan Smith continues her remarkable portrayal of singing legend Scylla in the concluding part of our drama next here on ITV. While over on ITV4 next, it's Costa del Comedy with Benidorm. And Saran Jones and Leslie Sharp are on the case as Scott and Bailey next on ITV Encore.